Hello and welcome to our latest episode, where we're going to talk about the unusual Wales Subversive Republican Trading ETF, ticker symbol KRUZ. If you're interested in the stock market, and want to know more about this exciting new ETF, then keep watching. The unusual Wales Subversive Republican Trading ETF seeks to achieve long-term capital appreciation. KRUZ will invest in equity securities purchased or sold by Republican members of Congress and their spouses. Investments by members of Congress and their spouses must be disclosed pursuant to the Stop Trading on Congressional Knowledge Act, also known as the Stock Act. Stock Act filings are filed with either the Senate Office of Public Records or the Clerk of the House of Representatives and made available online pursuant to the Ethics in Government Act, AGA, as amended. These filings are also known as Periodic Transaction Reports, PTRs. PTRs are due within 30 days from when a congressperson or their spouse becomes aware of a transaction, but no later than 45 days from the date of the transaction. The fund will not consider investments by any U.S. congressperson who is not registered as a member of the Republican Party, or their spouse. Subversive Capital Advisor, the fund's investment advisor, will obtain and use information derived by others from PTRs filed by Republican U.S. congresspeople and their family members to determine which equity securities of publicly traded companies, and how much of each equity security, to select for the fund. After establishing an initial portfolio, the fund will typically buy or sell a security when a position is reported as being bought or sold by Republican U.S. congresspeople. The fund will base its purchases and sales of equity securities of publicly traded companies on trades reported in the PTRs by Republican U.S. congresspeople while in office. Because PTRs report a range of transaction values, the advisor will adjust the relative composition of the fund's portfolio based on the midpoint of these ranges. To create the fund's initial portfolio, the advisor will obtain and use information derived by others from PTRs filed by Republican U.S. congresspeople for the past 3 years. Purchases made during that time will be netted against any sales of the same security to create an initial portfolio of equity securities. As the investment thesis of the fund is to track the trading activity of Republican U.S. congresspeople while in office, equity securities acquired by Republican U.S. congresspeople prior to his or her swearing in, or the 3-year lookback period, are not considered when creating the initial portfolio. To the extent a Republican U.S. congressperson sells equity securities that were acquired prior to his or her swearing in, the advisor will not adjust the fund's portfolio. Under normal circumstances, the fund will invest in a portfolio of between 500 and 600 equity securities. However, the number and size of positions held by the fund will vary based on the number of positions traded by Republican U.S. congresspeople. When multiple PTRs are made available on the same day by different Republican U.S. congresspeople, trades of the same equity securities will be netted for purposes of adjusting the fund's portfolio. Trades reported in an individual PTR as bought and sold are excluded. The fund will also exclude transactions in the securities underlying of any reported options contract trades. In addition to equity securities, the fund will also transact in sector-specific mutual funds and ETFs reported to have been traded on PTRs, but will exclude broad-based mutual fund and ETF trades. The advisor may also refrain from making de minimis trades, trades representing 1% of the overall portfolio, as such trades will have little to no economic impact on the fund's performance. In an effort to achieve its goals, the fund may engage in active and frequent trading. As with any fund, there are risks to investing. An investment in the fund is not a deposit of a bank and is not insured or guaranteed by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or any other governmental agency. In addition to possibly not achieving your investment goals, you could lose all or a portion of your investment in the fund over short or even long periods of time. A financial advisor has the knowledge and expertise to help you choose the right ETFs based on your investment goals, risk tolerance, and financial situation. Please like and subscribe for more ETF content.